Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's CrabLord back again. Today we're going to be indulging in a TYLA YAWEH tutorial, if that's how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry if it's wrong. In the song Tommy Lee featuring Post Malone. And also, my microphone's different. Quickly updating you, I'm using a Shure SM58. Shure SM58. When I realized this mic was only $100 and so highly rated, I decided I would try it. I kind of like dynamic microphones, the way they kind of make you feel like you're on stage and you can kind of like just put it real close to your mouth without really picking up other sounds. I will do a review on this ASAP and do some fun stuff with it. But anyway, before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and already subscribe, notification bell as well, so you never miss a video that I post. Also, make sure to check out my description down below. A lot of sweet things down there, like preset packs, all my music I don't even make anymore, all my equipment, all my social media, a support link for the preset packs, and a DistroKid link to get 5% off your sign up to be your music everywhere. So anyway, TYLA YAWEH, Tommy Lee. There'll be a couple different tracks, but they're barely different from the lead. So I'm gonna record the lead first, and then I'm gonna break it down for you nice and easy. Also, this beat is reproduced by Luke BTP once again. Shout out to him again, because apparently he's making all the beats that I need. So thank you. So here we go.
Luke, shut up.
Hey, you always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket. Ooh, I'm living life like a rock star, pulling up stretch limousines. To look at me, that costs a fee. Them double C's all on my feet. You always talking about it, yeah. You always talking about it. I can't even sing this.
Alright, as you can see, I have it split up like this. The reason there's one up here and there's one down here. This right here is like the intro, like ambient stuff. We'll go over that after the lead, but it's very easy. And I'm talking on nothing right now, as you can see, and I'm gonna bring it below what we did. This is one long vocal chain with a slight little bust for the reverb. So, we'll get right into it, speedy quick and easy. And I also happen to be drinking a Ruby Grapefruit White Claw. First off of the lead, we have pitch correction. The problem with pitch correction is it doesn't really matter what I tell you to do. At the response time at about 15. You can kind of mess with it and put it wherever the hell you want. Major scale D sharp for my vocal here. You probably won't have that root and scale unless you have the same root and scale. It depends on the key of your song or beat. But the response time is about 15. Let's play it with nothing but pitch correction. Hey.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit.
Now we have a channel EQ and initial cleanup. That is found in EQ. Channel EQ mono, listen to me now. You're gonna wanna go inside of it. What I did with this one right here is I tried to reduce everything. I didn't want to add anything yet. I catch myself doing that too much and I wanted to try to switch it up. I'm sure you can pause it and double click these values, but I don't recommend it only because these are because of my frequencies. This microphone seems to pick up a lot of low as opposed to high. So it might be different for you, but what I can tell you to do is the red is fine. You can take the low away. You can bring the orange to about 200, make a little shelf here. Also take the purple to about 10K and make a little shelf there. So it cuts off that super sharp sound if it's there. This yellow as well, we took it to about 600 and dropped it just -2. But then these three here, and what you can do as you speak, 288, you can talk and kind of look around at what happens whenever you talk. Wow, that sounds like a boxy piece of crap. 288, right? And you drop it. 288 and have it at -9. You're kind of like a prospector looking for gold, but instead of gold, bad frequencies. Where was I? You can also copy this if you want to. It might actually help you. Let's play it with those two.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket.
I definitely sung my treat my hose part incorrectly. Next we have a De-Esser. Very simple stuff. When I started doing this, I had no idea how to use it. I knew what it did, didn't know how to use it. Dynamics, De-Esser 2 mono. So what I did here was I kind of left it as it was. It starts off at -9. I made the frequency about 5800. Just know that it's going to help you cancel those S sounds out a little more than not. And close and we can play it. Hey.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket.
Next, we have the first compressor. Let's bring it over. And what that one is found in, I made it louder, as you can hear. Dynamics, compressor, mono. When you're within it, I have the platinum digital. It's the simple first one. It's not the best looking one, but it's the first one. Remember, auto gain's always off. My goal here was to get it to balance between like -5. So a little ratio of 3.2 to 1. Threshold -21. A little makeup of 3.5 to go A5, right? Knee I never change. Attack 26. It's rather quicker. Then release is quicker too. I found that I like quicker attacks and releases a lot better. Then we have no distortion, and that's about it. We'll close it and we'll play it. Hey.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket.
Next, we have a multi-pressor, also known as a multi-band compressor. Now, I've been studying these a little more than not. Not studying, but kind of figuring it out. Dynamics, multi-pressor, mono. I'm trying to become more of a scholar. Instead of being a guy who's like, oh, you do it this way, I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, look, for these ones, usually I just change the widths and I remove some stuff. But for this one, I changed some of the compression credentials. Basically, what you gotta realize, because it's kind of overwhelming. There's so many different values here for each 1, 2, 3, and 4. What I came to realize is that it's kind of the same as a regular compressor. So this is the knob of threshold, this is the ratio knob, and this is attack and release, obviously. And I don't know what this does, but I didn't change it, so it's whatever. You can space out the 1 by clicking these. So 110, 2800, 10,000. Then you can reduce or add some decibel units. -4.5, -2, 2, 4. We boosted the high end and we reduced the mid and low. Auto gain's off, and as well as we raised it 5, but that's if you don't have enough volume. I just wanted to make this level at 0, so that's what I did. I added 5. The threshold for this one's 18, made this one 22, 20, 20. All the ratios are about 2. This one's 2.5. Quick attacks on all of them. The release here. You can pause it and change it. I didn't really do much to it, but I did change the thresholds, and it helps. Let's play it. Hey.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket.
All right, now we have an auto filter. This is another plugin. I don't really know what it does, but I like the outcome of it. That is filter, auto filter, mono, stereo. And the difference is in here. If you use an auto filter and then you click the top and try any of these, it makes you sound ridiculous. So I don't really think this is made to make you sound better. With that being said, what you want to do is go to 100% cutoff, 34 resonance, as well as you made the fatness about 80%, 79, spread about 0.5, dry signals 96. This is what brings back some volume. So if it's at 0, it's just 0, so I brought the 96. And that's it. We will close it and play it. My back hurts bad.
Shut up.
Hey.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit.
Next we have another compressor. Bring it over. Dynamics, compressor, stereo. We have a vintage opto. I like to cap them off like this. We made the attack 4.5 seconds, and we made the release 6 seconds. Milliseconds, of course. It's gonna work very quickly. It's not gonna be too insane because the ratio is 2.2. Threshold's -27. It's kind of gonna bounce about to like 2.5. No makeup, auto gain off. And we're gonna add some distortion with it on hard, just like me right now. I don't know if auto should be on or off, but it's on. Play it.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket.
Finally, we have a channel EQ. This is to top it off, just like a top hat. So now, with this channel EQ, which is found in EQ, channel EQ, stereo, channel EQ stereo, make sure it's stereo. This is gonna widen the vocal. So what I did here was I added the channel EQ and I watched it play out, and I watched all the frequencies down here bump and grind. And during that, I wanted to take away what was getting too intense. I can't really tell you like where to put yours, but what I can say is if you're watching it move, just take some of these, make them thin, and like reduce them a bit, and then that's what I did. Now,
like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket. Ooh, I'm living life like a rock star, pulling up stretch limousine.
now we get to the bust, which is like the main like effect, and it kind of ties it all together, just like if you were wrapping a present for your family. Click bus 1, it'll appear right here. Dynamics, put a De-Esser for no reason. Stereo, and guess what? I just wanted to make sure we weren't getting any too harsh reverb sounds. So basically just added another one. 4900 hertz, 20, -9.5. And then below it, make sure it's below, reverb, space designer, stereo. Now, I did a big plate. Large plate, 4.4 second big plate. Once you add that, you're gonna make the wet -11.5, dry -5. Then click the output EQ up here. Take this purple to about 3300 hertz, and then take this orange to about 49. This is gonna reduce the amount of high frequency reverb that's gonna be in it, as well as the low. It actually does make a huge difference. It's set to -7.2. Now we're gonna pull this all the way up, and we're gonna play it in its entirety. Tyra Banks.
You always talking about it. You never making no profit. I treat my hoes like an option. If she talking, then get out of pocket. Ooh, I'm living life like a rock star, pulling up stretch limousines. To look at me, that goes a fee. Them double C's all on my feet. You always talking about it, yeah.
What sucks with this one is that throughout this whole song, he has such great background vocals and ad-libs, and I'm not gonna show you them all here. I can damage control it and at least give you some. So my strategy here, if I wanna make some background vocals like in the intro of the song, we have it right here. So let me duplicate the track, and now I'm on it again. I'm gonna bring that intro I did right here. Listen to what it sounds like.
Living life like a rock star, pulling up stretch limousine.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the space designer in the bus, and I'm gonna hold option. That makes it copy. I'm gonna bring up a low. Go inside of it. You can make the dry low and also the wet a little bit higher. It's gonna make your voice really crazy. You try to make it really quiet. You can also add this reverb as well. You can reduce it. It's kind of cool. And also, right below the space designer you just added, the channel EQ can also take the purple and just drop it like this. Like 7500 like this. And it's gonna make you sound kind of underground, dark tone. Cool. So we have the ambient vocal here and the normal vocal here. Now that you know it, now we're just gonna freestyle and make some stuff up and have a good time. Here we go.
always talking about it. You never making no profit. I put my pants in my office, yeah, and everyone called me to lock it. I'm living life like a rock star, and I'm sipping on Hennessy. This is a raspberry, white claw, and I like tea. Life ain't nobody wrong, and if it's me, don't dream it, yo. My lawyer calls, I'm even running small. Feel shit so hard. Cigarettes. The song's so hard to sing right now, cause my voice is so low and proud, cause I'm a little man with a tiny.
I can do it. I can do it.
Pull up with a drum like I'm Tommy Lee. Pull up with a drum like I'm Tommy Lee. Yo, I got a stick, come and rock with me. I know they can see. I think that's pretty cool if you're asking me. Bugatti, nobody roll. Curtains in the back and no candy roll. I love when my lawyer calls.
If you enjoyed this video, I thank you so much. That's about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, learned something as well. And if you didn't, I agree with you, like always, because I don't know why people watch me sometimes. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think and what I should do next, even though I probably will do something different. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe if you aren't subscribed, notification bell, description chock full of sweet things down below. Anyway, this has been a CrabLord hashtag TYLA YAWEH in Tommy Lee and Logic Pro 10 using only stock plugins that are free, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I love you, and we're out.